Everybody, my name is Michaela Stewart. My group is Kathy Mendoza, Destiny Arce, Natalie Romo, Ariana Holmes, and Alicia Trejo. Our topic is maltreatment, abuse, and neglect in the foster system. So what is the foster care system? According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, foster care is temporary care provided to children who cannot live with their parent or guardians. At any given time, there are around 440,000 children living in foster care, and their ages range from newborn through 21 years old. Oftentimes, those who are placed in foster care will remain under the care of their state for at least 2 years with minimal stability and consistency. So some definitions are maltreatment, that is cruel or violent treatment of a person; abuse, treating a person with cruelty or violence, especially regularly and or repeatedly; neglect, the state or fact of being uncared for. We provided some statistics both nationally and more locally to our state of California. First, we'll discuss national statistics. Over 670,000 children have experienced foster care in the United States in any given year. In 2017, 9 out of every 1,000 children were determined to be victims of abuse or neglect. Nearly 678,000 children were victims of abuse and neglect in the year 2018. 25% of foster children experience PTSD and tend to suffer high rates of debilitating depression and low self-esteem. In California, over 80,000 children have experienced foster care in any given year. Only 59% of foster kids graduate high school compared to 83% not placed under the care of their state. Only 3% of former foster youth earn a college degree, while nearly 50% of individuals are unemployed within 4 years of exiting foster care. 25% end up incarcerated and 20% experience homelessness. Now that we've discussed some statistics, we wanted to provide a more personal account. So this is Kelly. She's a former foster youth, and she will be discussing her experiences while in the foster care system.
All right, Kelly.
Yes.
Kelly, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
Los Angeles. I mainly grew up on the east side, and more so in like foster care, different cities.
Foster home at what age?
My first time ever going foster care, I was about 2 months. I've been abused, I've been raped, I've been molested, I've been tortured.
So what age?
My first time ever being raped, I was 5.
By who?
My foster parent, he raped me, and the foster mom, she knew, but she didn't care. That's what it looked like.
I've been in 24 different foster homes.
What age left after 5?
Another foster home. And that was good. A few of my foster homes were good, but then I would go to, and it'll be another foster parent that likes to, rape and molest. Like, I was 7. I don't know if you can see these on my sides, but my foster dad, he actually duct taped me to a chair, and he pretty much screws in my ear, and then he pulled them out, and like screws. The small ones, he screwed them with a screw gun.
I did go to a foster parent who she would like verbally and physically abuse me. I was out with my mom. She would hit me and say, "You're never going back to your mom."
So eventually you went on your own at some point?
I ran away.
You ran away?
I just ran away because I got sick of. It felt like they weren't doing anything.
What age were you on your own?
11.
You ran away at 11?
Yeah.
And where'd you go at 11?
I just ran away. That's when I started prostituting.
All right, Kelly.
Child abuse has been linked to higher risk for a wide range of long-term and future health problems. In addition, abuse and neglect has also been associated with certain regions of the brain failing to form. Some impacts are long-term mental health issues, creating a cyclical pattern of remaining in the system or going directly from the foster system straight into the prison system, creating a pattern of neglect and abuse that can be carried on to their own children, PTSD, substance abuse and addiction, educational difficulties, trouble forming and maintaining relationships, and some outcomes are developmental impairments, malnutrition, homelessness, brain damage, and unfortunately, death. Children in foster care are 42% more likely to die. there are 35.4 deaths per 100,000 people in foster care, in comparison to 25 deaths in the general population. 62.5 to 72.7% of children who die in foster care have experienced maltreatment, either sexually abused, physically abused, or neglected, prior to being placed in the system. Children who generally die have suffered from consistent poor health, such as chronic health conditions, disabilities, and mental health problems. Foster care youth experience poor health due to being exposed to poverty, lack of good prenatal care, prenatal substance abuse, and neighborhood violence. Infants are at a higher risk for death than older children due to irreversible accidents such as prenatal substance abuse and shaken baby syndrome. Disproportionate amount of deaths for people of color. African American youth make up 38.16% of children in foster homes and make up 27.3% of deaths. California has the highest rate of deaths in children in foster care from 2005 to 2015, and you can see that here in Table 2. So, some preventative solutions are informing new parents at their birth of options for adoption, safe placement, state resources, and local support to avoid a child having to be placed in foster care. Support from the county or state so that a displaced child may be able to live with family instead of being placed in foster care. And more selective process for approving foster parents and homes. According to the California Department of Social Services, minimum personal safety and space requirements are required by law at the moment. Some additional solutions are anonymous hotlines, websites, safety apps, and direct contact from foster child to social worker. Whenever there is a home visit, the foster child should be able to speak with their social worker without fear or intimidation from their foster parent or guardian. We have included 2 resources, one coming directly from the California State Department of Social Services. This provides resources and training for foster youth and for foster parents of all ages, including trauma-informed training to ensure a safe and happy placement if a child must be placed in foster care. And we've also included a link to Speak Up Now. They provide voices for children of foster youth with a CASA or a court-appointed special advocate who can advocate for them to make sure that all of their needs are met.